So you got yourself a Hangar 9 P-51 60cc, which says it's for gas or electric, but boy, I can't find any instructions on how you're supposed to put electric in it. I've scoured YouTube, I've seen guys that have done it, and almost all the time they chop a hatch right here because there is a shelf under here. But man, that doesn't look very pretty. This is something I don't really want to destroy that. So I came up with another idea, and I'm gonna test fly this in a week or two, but when I get the motor here, but I thought I'd share with you how I did it. So I put the whole plane together, simulated the weight of the motor. I'm using an X-Power 60cc from Extreme Flight, my friends at Extreme Flight. Plenty of power. I'll use a couple of 6S 5000s. I have some 6000s also. You know, we're not going to fly this thing in a hover all the time, so I'll still get 5 or 8 or 9 minutes of flight time, whatever. Going to use a Castle ESC, sort of like that. And well, those of you watching this video already know how to hook up electric stuff. So where's the batteries going to go, and how are you going to get at them? Because right now there's no way to do it. When the wing's on and the cowling's on, there's no access to anything. There is a hatch cover that's right under here that is where, when you have gas, that's where you put your LiPo for your ignition and stuff. So here's what I did. I'm gonna, hold on a second here, roll this thing over. Excuse me. All right, so what I did, that's the factory hatch opening. This is actually the hatch. The reason it's hacked away is the guy bought it from, had it for gas, and he had a Fromco switch in here where this balsa is now. I know it doesn't look very pretty, but when this gets finished and covered with ultra coat, it's gonna look brand new. This whole gishmachi here, like, what am I doing? Well, here's what I did. This platform I'm touching with my finger right now, it normally goes all the way across to this. It is not giving structure to this, which is the pins the wings go into. So I cut that out. And then I built 2 little plywood plates, one there, and they're screwed in because the batteries are attached to that, and I didn't want them to pop off with glue. And then you'll see there's a piece of foam right here. You can see that. It's just a big old piece of dense foam. It's very rigid stuff. It's not, I mean, this is, you know, like almost rubbery foam. And what I'm gonna do is this pack, which is again a 5000 pack, I am going to put this in like this. Now, again, the plane, of course, would not be sitting like this when I'm putting batteries in here. So this is very awkward, the way it's sitting. It would normally be sitting on its landing gear on top of this table, because I fly right out there. And then or you're at the field and it's sitting on a park bench or something. So normally, I think you get what I'm saying. This thing would be sitting, something like this. So you're doing this almost in the blind from underneath, but this is a good 1.5 feet off the ground when it's sitting on its gear, and in the blind is not a problem. That Cessna right there, I had the same thing I did. That's a top flight Cessna, and I electrified it, and I put a hatch on the bottom and did almost this exact same thing. I got about, I don't know, hundreds of flights on that thing. So anyway, here's what I'm gonna do. I'll do this battery first, since the plane is sitting on its side. It's a little weird. The battery is gonna slide in. I cut that thing just big enough for this battery to fit. See that? So it's gonna go down. It's gonna actually fit in that little space between the foam right there and the plate with the Velcro on it. And then the battery sits on the Velcro. Now you're thinking, well, wait a minute, you gotta have a strap on a battery, right? No, you don't. Now, I could leave it just like this, and then of course this one goes in like this. So when this one goes in, this is the part that's weird because the plane's sitting on its side, so you have to forgive me here. Gravity is working very much against me right here. But if I get it up over the foam, there we go, then that sits on that Velcro. So now you see how we're doing here. The batteries are standing straight up in the airframe, and all this stuff's hanging down. Now the ESC, which will live right here, these leads are going to come through this hole right here, and they'll be hanging out down here also. Again, the plane's sitting on its gear, so this is all kind of up here, right? Easy to plug in. Now, do we trust the Velcro to hold the batteries just like this? No, we don't. So how do we secure these? I can't get a strap around them. There's no way to, it'd be really hard to wrap a strap somehow this way or that way. So what I came up with was this crazy concept. This is another piece of foam. You can see this stuff's pretty thick. It's very soft and pliable, but it's not not super soft foam. And everything's in my way because nothing's plugged in here. So I'm just gonna move this stuff out of the way so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So once I plug it in and push it out of the way like that, right? So pretend it's all plugged in. This hatch, which I have not put magnets on it yet, I might use a pin, I'm not sure, will fit between these two batteries. And the reason it's a little stiff right now is because gravity is pulling that other battery. Let me lift it up. There we go. So right now, that piece of foam is actually sliding between the two batteries, which is locking that battery that way and that battery that way on the Velcro. And that, my friends, is not gonna move. So this then just pushes right in, and normally, these holes are gonna get covered over with new Ultra Coat, and there's gonna be probably magnets, or I might put a pin right here and put two pegs over here. I'm not sure yet. But either way, this hatch will be secure, but the batteries are not gonna come out with Velcro holding on to the sides and then them being forced against the Velcro. Hard knife edges and lateral maneuvering, snaps, whatever, you're not gonna do that with a Warbird anyway, but if you were, it's not gonna matter. So this I figured out, I put this entire airplane together with simulated weight for the motor that's coming, all the cowlings, everything back on it. Everything like it was flying was in here. The ESC was where it goes, all the cabling, all the receivers, all the stuff on the wing, which is down there, was in, the gear was up. I loaded it with, I set it on the blocks as per the instructions where the CG is supposed to be, and tried to figure out where these packs need to live in here to make the CG where it's supposed to be. And by golly, it is right where they are. If I put the batteries back here, so like if you put that hatch and you had your batteries maybe back here, you got to add weight to the nose, and nobody wants to add weight to an airplane. And then of course you can't put them more forward, but you don't need to, because the with this guy on the front and this prop on the front, everything's in order where it went. This is exactly where these packs, which are those 5000 6S packs, I think they're, what are they, 850 grams each or something. That balances the plane. Now, of course, once I fly it, I may need a little tweaking. If I have to add a little tail weight, that's easy, because the long arm, a little bit of weight goes a long way. If I have to add more nose weight, I'm just getting bigger batteries, because adding weight is stupid. So either way, I hope this helps those of you that are trying to figure out how to electrify this gas-powered 60cc airplane. This is going to be the bomb. And then, the batteries just pull right out of here. So you just go like that, and whoosh, they come right out. Okay, that one comes out. Of course, the airplane's standing up normally. It's a lot easier. Pull up on that one. I know, never pull on your power cords. I know, whatever. And then pull it out. It's that simple. So hope that helps. Good luck.